It's called the most delicious time of the year, Pittsburgh Restaurant Week, and it kicks off today. It's a chance for you to try new restaurants or return to old favorites at great savings. Here to tell us how it works and what's on the menu are Pittsburgh Restaurant Week Director Brian McCullum and the owner of one of the dozens of participating restaurants, Michelle Cursip of Coast and Main. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So why is Restaurant Week so important, Brian?
Restaurant Week is great for the restaurants. Typically, January and August are not so busy for the restaurants, so it really helps get people out and gives them a reason to create something really special for a week.
I mean, I'm excited. All these how many restaurants are participating?
There's 81 participating this summer. They'll last today through Sunday.
Okay.
And there's a number of new restaurants as well.
There's over a dozen new restaurants.
Wow, that's awesome.
And they're not all downtown. They definitely span the entire east, north, west, south of Pittsburgh, all the way out to Senecolo and Irwin,
Right.
south into
We're going to put you on
Fairlane.
the spot. How many of those can you name?
Go.
Oh, okay, so we got Fairlane in Mount Lebanon, Scratch in Troy Hill. We've got Lily's up in Freeport.
New Jazz Bar?
Con Alma on
yes,
Ellsworth.
yes,
We've got Senecolo out in Irwin.
You got to have, that's six, right?
I'm checking here.
You have the answers.
Good job. And so one of those restaurants, Michelle, Coast and Main in Monroeville, and as soon as I heard that, I immediately thought seafood, and that's one of my favorite cuisines.
Yes.
Tell us about your restaurant.
Absolutely. So it's a seafood and chop house. All the seafood is fresh, flown in daily. My husband's from the Pacific Northwest, so he is bringing in a lot of items from Portland, Oregon, and all over the West Coast. So we're one of the only restaurants in Pittsburgh that can offer those varieties of shellfish and seafood. And then certified Angus beef, that's our specialty as far as the steak. So there definitely is something for everyone. And Pittsburgh Restaurant Week is just such a great way for us to showcase what we do too.
Well, this is your second year
Yes.
to participate. Tell us about the first year. What were you surprised about, and what should people expect?
Well, I think people should expect a really wonderful dining experience. There's a lot of energy because the guests are super excited to try, new favorites and new restaurants that will become their favorite,
Right.
and then obviously revisit some of their favorites from years past. But yeah, it's really good. Like he said, January and August are typically slower for restaurants, so this is a way to get people moving. And for us, it's a great way for us to celebrate our first year in business. So we opened a year ago, and yeah, it's really been a wonderful ride. So
I'm sure this is great for
Yeah.
your
Right,
restaurant.
so-
And so, Brian, you said there's 80 restaurants participating.
80,
Over
right.
80.
Yeah.
How do you navigate it all? Like, can you give us some good tips? Like, if Ron and I want to go and get something, where do we start?
There are only 7 days, so
Yeah.
you do have to choose wisely.
Yeah.
You can browse all the menus on our website. They're all priced. They all have priced dinner options between $20.19 to $35.19.
That's awesome.
You can use the restaurant map on our website to pick one near you. You can also use the restaurant roulette wheel to
That's what I was
spin
saying.
and
I was waiting for you to say that.
get a fun new restaurant, and maybe you've been there before, and their special menu is going to bring you back.
Are people able to reserve, or is this, do you just have to go to those restaurants?
Reservations are requested for most of the restaurants.
That's what I think.
Open Table is our reservation partner,
Gotcha.
and you can reserve right through our website if they are an Open Table partner.
Oh, good. Well, sounds delicious. Thanks so much, Brian, Michelle. Look for the link to Pittsburgh Restaurant Week at PittsburghTodayLive.com. Then make your reservations to enjoy lunch or dinner at some of our area's best restaurants today through Sunday.